Hi everybody, it's Spring Christine, and today we are going to take some of these vegetables that I've been growing in the garden and preserve some of them because I have a ton of tomatoes and beans and other produce in my freezer. So we are going to make some homemade ketchup instead of dicing or preserving them in another way. So we are going to take some of the huge amount of tomatoes that I have, and we are going to make some homemade ketchup with them because I've got a ton of them and they're getting crazy on my table. We'll take a look and see. You'll see what I'm talking about. This is the craziness. This is the craziness. This is only part of my harvest. So we need to get to work. We need to get some ketchup going because that is just the craziness that's going on. I don't need any more diced tomatoes in my freezer. I don't need any more of that stuff. So we're going to make some homemade ketchup. So let's get going. We're going to do about 16 cups, or about 12 probably. 12 cups of this, I believe we're going to try. And see how far we get with that. So let's do about 12 cups of tomatoes and see where we get. I have so many tomatoes that I have decided now to do 24 cups at least. So we'll see where we're at after I get 24 cups done, and then we'll start to simmer on the stove. I now have the juice after being strained through a strainer 3 times. It is on the stove. As soon as it comes to a boil, I will turn it down to simmer. It will simmer for approximately 45 minutes until it gets to the right consistency. And then I will add the other ingredients and then let it simmer for another 8 to 10 minutes, and I will bring you back and let you see what's going on here in a few minutes. Well, it'll be a little bit, but we'll see you back shortly. The ketchup is thickening, but it isn't thickening as fast as it normally should because I used the beefsteak tomatoes. They have a higher juice factor in them than aroma or the cherry tomatoes or vine tomatoes do. So they're taking longer to thicken. So expect that with certain tomatoes when you're doing ketchup. My daughter bought me some seeds from Burpee of a very good tomato. I can't think of the name of it. It is a beefsteak tomato, which was surprising to me, but it has a very meaty inner core and very few seeds, and it's not very juicy, but they can grow up to like 3 pounds each. They are a very large tomato, and a lot of my tomatoes are that exact tomato. So those would be good. I wasn't able to use a lot of those in this because I'm just now able to harvest those tomatoes because I got those later. But when you're doing ketchup, try to use a tomato if you can, that has a lower juice factor in them, because you have a smaller cook time. With the juicier tomatoes, you have a longer cook time. They're trying to evaporate the juice out of it to thicken it up. So that's why it's taking longer. And for me, it's been over an hour. So right now I'm well over an hour. It's 11 past 11 at night. So I'm well over an hour. So just take that into consideration when doing homemade ketchup. Is if you are doing it from your garden, expect a longer cook time with a juicier tomato. So, but it is thickening up, so we're getting there. Now these are the beautiful tomatoes that my daughter, oh, I think this one came off the plants that I planted, or the seeds, the plants that I bought. These are the tomatoes that came off of the seeds that my daughter ordered me. These things are humongous. And these are a beefsteak tomato. But these do not have a whole lot of juice. They don't have a whole lot of seeds. And they're very meaty. These are great for fried green tomatoes. These are amazing for fried green tomatoes. They fry up so well. They are amazing. The taste is amazing too. I mean, just amazing. I love it when they have just a little bit of pink in them. For the fried green tomatoes, they have just a little bit of sourness, but they're perfect. These are just the best. She really did a good job when she ordered these, because these are just amazing. And they get really, really big. They're really nice tomatoes. These are really, really nice sized tomatoes. But I still have quite a few to deal with here, but we got 24 cups out of the way, so quite a bit are out. Quite a bit are gone, but we still have quite a few to deal with, but we can do a salsa or something. It has now been over 2.5 hours, and it's still simmering. So I added 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of brown sugar, a pinch of cloves, 4 teaspoons of onion powder, a teaspoon of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of garlic powder, a teaspoon of celery seed, 4 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. So now I'm going to let it simmer some more until it thickens up to the right consistency. Now after just over 3 hours, I have the ketchup to the right consistency, and it looks like we have yielded approximately 4 cups of ketchup out of 24 cups, just over 24 cups of tomatoes. We did 24 cups of tomatoes, and after we ran them through the sifter, we ended up with about 18 cups of liquid, and 18 cups of liquid turned into 4 cups of ketchup. We added 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, so that was an additional 2 cups of liquid. And then, of course, the cup of brown sugar and the other spices and etc. But we have 4 beautiful cups of homemade ketchup. And now we will let this cool, and then we will bottle it into glass containers, and it will be good for about a month in the refrigerator. So let's allow this to cool, and we will get it bottled after it cools. And there you are. You have the best tasting ketchup you will ever have tasted in your life. It is amazing. It takes a long time if you have the juicy tomatoes, but it's well worth it. You will love it. Try it. Have a great day. Have an awesome week. Take care. Bye.